Hello, hello, lovelies, and welcome to the Love Life with Court show. As always, I am your host, Courtney, but I am no longer Courtney Irving. You are speaking to the newlywed Courtney Duato. I just married my amazing husband, Chris Duato, and now I am a married woman. And honestly, it still blows my mind. I still feel like a teenager half the time. I'm on this roller coaster of the 20s, and I'm now almost in my mid 20s. And nobody tells you when you're a kid how confusing your 20s can be. At one minute, you're like, okay, I have it all figured out. You know, I know what I want to do with my life. I have love in my life. I have abundance. It's all figured out. I'm on the right track. And then you get into the hustle, and then you realize that, oh, you're supposed to embrace your 20s. Everyone tells you this is the time to have fun. And then again, I go back to still feeling like a teenager. So I really feel like this is a whole juggling act, to be honest. And now I'm married. I just so grateful. I have so much gratitude for the experiences I've had in my life and the amazing love that I get to share with my spouse. But it's still, I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but it still blows my mind. Anywho, welcome to the Love Life with Court show. I am now, as always, Courtney Duato. And without further ado, let's get started in this week's episode. My intentions for today's episode is to address why what you are manifesting is taking longer than anticipated, or it's just not happening at all. You may have been manifesting something in your life for a very long time, and you're just continuously being challenged. And what I want to specifically talk about today is how to make room in your life for things to come into it. Whenever you are manifesting, we have two thoughts. Most of us, if we are experienced in the manifestation journey, we lean towards the positive thoughts, embracing those thoughts, because when it comes to manifestation, this is the process of materializing specific desires or goals by channeling focused thoughts, beliefs, and actions into reality. So when it comes to manifesting, our thoughts are everything. But what I've learned recently, and I'm trying to embrace it, is that it's okay to think the negative thoughts. It's just which thought are you going to focus on? So, when you're manifesting, we have two thoughts. One we may put on the back burner and one we prioritize. When it comes to manifesting successfully, I think we all know which thought we need to prioritize, which is the positive thoughts. But what I want to talk about is first acknowledging and embracing both of these thoughts. I'll give you an example. You may be working towards a promotion for a long time. You are constantly at one point thinking, I've got this, I work hard, I'm successful, I'm an asset to this company, I will get this promotion, I have a promotion, whatever it looks like, these statements for you, those are your positive thoughts, those are your beliefs and your thoughts that you have towards this desire. Now, what could also happen is that you are falling into, but what if I don't get it? What if it's not meant for me? What if I haven't worked hard enough? What if they don't see all the stuff that I do? Now, a lot of these thoughts we don't realize live within our subconscious. And it takes a long time to filter out these thoughts, because what can happen is if you're actively practicing positive thoughts, but your subconscious is stuck in those negative thoughts of disbelief and self doubt, what can happen is you are equally consumed by these thoughts, and you may attract what you are desiring, but it can either take much longer than anticipated, or you are constantly being challenged if you are ready for your manifestation to come into reality. This is normal. This happens as I'm talking about this right now. You may have something that comes to your head where, yeah, I've been working towards this for a long time. And I do believe that I have some preconceived notions, or I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but just these thoughts that live within your subconscious about who you are and what you deserve. I have a lot of episodes that really target how to reprogram your mind to support your manifestation journey. But the curveball is, once you have done the work it takes to reprogram your thoughts to support your manifestation journey, this doesn't mean that the challenges are over. If anything, the biggest challenges during your manifestation journey usually have the greatest results. But these challenges may look a lot different than the challenges you would have if you were solely focused on the negative and things were just never going your way. Examples of what these challenges may look like are things like feeling disconnected spiritually. It's been a while since you've been practicing gratitude or meditation or affirmations, and just finding it very difficult to embrace your spiritual self. And this oftentimes is connected to going through a spiritual awakening. Other challenges that can arise during your manifestation journey are things like feeling torn between your current reality and the life you are manifesting, as well as feeling desperate to change your life, beginning to sense feelings of wanting to give up or as though you're failing, and just feeling like things are not going to plan. You've done everything you could, you've checked marked all the boxes, and it's just still not working. Well, the root of these challenges all relate to the inability to make space, whether that's mentally or physically, for your desires to come to fruition. And what I mean by that is making space in your current reality. Depending on what you're manifesting, the way you make space will differ. For example, if you're manifesting a new career, you can embrace making both mental and physical space by one, only completing the tasks you're required to and nothing more. And depending on what you're manifesting, the way you make space will differ. Let's say, for example, you are manifesting a new career. You are attracting this new job. You have it clearly visualized in your mind what this job will look like. You may even know the company that you want to work for, but you are not making space. And what that means is maybe you're still giving a lot at your current employment. While making space physically and mentally could be only completing the tasks you're required to and nothing more to ease the amount of energy you are using. Whatever you're giving your energy to throughout the day, that will continue to replicate throughout your manifestation journey. So if you're constantly giving 100% to this job that you're ready to move forward from, well, you need to begin to make space within your mind and your environment. In terms of your environment, you can begin to clear off your desk or your workspace as it no longer is a part of your path. When you go to work, and this was for me when I quit my 9 to 5, I was slowly starting to take out all the little knickknacks from my desk that made that space feel like it was mine because I no longer resonated with that space. Now, if you're manifesting wealth or business opportunities, start by physically clearing any junk as well as organize everything that relates to your wealth or business. And this can be things like organizing your files and your invoices and receipts, organizing your work computer or your work phone so that it's easy to access things. This creates a whole new energy where you are able to make space for new opportunities to flow in. If you have a lot of chaos, that energy can either become stagnant or chaotic, where it's not able to thrive. And overall, this just creates an energy where wealth and success can attract to and space for new opportunities to arise. And if you're manifesting a spouse, well, have you made space for that person to come into your life? Are you always busy? Do you never have time to even go on a date? Well, start making a time once a week where that is a space for someone to come into your life. To go into it more, is there only room for one car in your driveway, or are you sleeping on both sides of the bed? Also, mentally, have you made space where you expect to be let down and lied to from someone? The physical act of making room for another, like the car, symbolizes making the physical room in their life for another person. But going back to the beginning of today's episode, it's also about aligning one's thoughts with their desires. So if you have all of this space in your mind that's being taken up with expectations of what men or women look like for you, let's say, you think all men are liars, or you think all women disappoint you, or you can never live up to certain standards of the men or women that you date. Well, this needs to go. You need to make that space a space of love and protection, not just expecting, but believing that you are making space for someone that is trustworthy, someone that builds you up, makes you feel strong, whatever it looks like for you, but ensuring that you're making this mental and physical space. Another example, if you aspire to have a strong body, unhealthy eating habits and lack of exercise can't occupy the same space as your goal. So, if you are making space within your day for you to eat unhealthy, that's a space that needs to go. So, start creating a space where you can embrace your health and your body. Similarly, if your goal is to accumulate wealth, engaging in activities that are counterproductive to wealth building can't coexist with that aspiration. So if you are constantly overspending, not living within your means, that is a space that you have created where wealth will not come in. So that goes back to exactly what I was talking about with manifesting wealth or business opportunities. Now, the thing is, once you have learned to make space for things you're attracting, this will enhance your understanding about aligning every aspect of your life, your actions, environment, and thoughts with your deepest desires. And this creates the right conditions for them to come into fruition. So, if I had to summarize today's episode and leave you with some form of homework or reflection, it would be to what parts of your life are you giving too much space or not enough space for your manifestation to come into fruition? And I promise you, if you begin to focus on this, making sure that you're reprogramming your thoughts to support your manifestation journey, and once you have done that, acknowledging these challenges that are coming in your life and identifying how you can make space for these challenges to work for you. If you are feeling disconnected spiritually, what are things that maybe you have filled up too much that you need to make space for to become more connected spiritually and aligned with your manifestation journey? I've also become a lot more present on social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok. I've started doing TikTok lives. I'm also doing threads. I don't know what that means, but I think it's like Twitter is now thread, something like that. I'm just posting on it and hoping for the best. But if you guys want to follow along on my journey, I've also shared a lot about my honeymoon and my elopement and what that looks like. You can check me out on any social media platform at Love Life with Court and learn more about your girl. Until next week, a friendly reminder to not only be kind to others, but also to your beautiful, amazing self. I love you all.